Hi betting experts, on Tuesday the 9th of June. First of all, look back at our two bets at Haydock on Monday, and we stay at Haydock on Tuesday, another competitive card. 10 races in total from 12:45 through to 5:20. The ground good to soft. The weather forecast looks better. It's been a mixed few days there. Its ground is just on the easy side of good, though it could dry out with a sunny day forecast if that is correct. We start off with our value angle selection in the 2:15. This is the Betway Heed Your Hunch handicap, over 6 furlongs, 212 yards, and nearly 7 furlongs. A class 4 for 3-year-olds only, 12 runners, and it's a typical fascinating race. Lots of unexposed horses. The one I like at the prices is Robert Edery's Evelyn Drew. Now, this 3-year-old colt ran just 3 times last season. It's a juvenile, all of them on the all-weather. He made a surprise winning start at Kempton in October at 16-1 when edging out Hurricane Alex in a 14-runner race, a true run 7-furlong contest that, and he was very strong at the finish under Darragh. He then went to Chelmsford and finished a creditable second behind Not For A Long Time, beaten 3 1/4 lengths. They're just not good enough on the day. And then again, just 8 days later, I thought he ran really well against Rhubarb Bikini at Lingfield over a mile, giving chase to the all-the-way winner there. Again, I thought that was pretty solid form. He now goes handicapping, dropping back slightly in trip. On ground likely to be on the softer side of good, should suit him ideally. He's off a mark of 80, and Robert Edery is a small yard who does particularly well with his horses, places them carefully. He's not one to have loads of runners out of their depth, and I do like the fact he's booked Andrea Atzene for this seasonal reappearance after 171 days off, and I think he'll go really close. Drawn 10, that shouldn't be too bad for a hold-up ride. He's likely to be strong at the finish. He stays a mile well, which in these conditions could count for plenty, and I'm hoping for a bold show. For our nap of the day, we head to the 1:45. Again, this is called the Heed Your Hunch at Betway Novice Stakes. Again, over 6 furlongs, 212 yards. Class 5 for 3-year-olds only. 12 runners in total, the vast majority of whom will be ridden with an eye on the future. There's a clutch of newcomers from yards who aren't known for getting them ready first time out. And the one I fancy to give weight away all round is the penalised Arctic Vega of Andrew Balding. Now, obviously, the yard is in fantastic form. They did us a real turn on Saturday with Kameko winning the 2,000 guineas. He's had 6 winners in the first week of racing, resuming Andrew Balding's absolutely flying. Even when they're not winning, they're running blinders. So Arctic Vega should certainly be fit after 111 days off. And this one made a winning debut at Kempton in February, sent off a very heavily backed favourite, which is unusual for the yard, first time up, and he knew his job well. He was driven well clear in the final furlong, beating Paxos by 2.5 lengths with a further 4.5 lengths back. To the remainder, it was a true run race. It was a very impressive performance, and there should be loads of improvement to come. He's reasonably well drawn in stall 2. Never easy giving £7 and upwards away all round, but I think he's likely to get a positive ride. He's obviously a strong stayer at this trip. He should be fit. The yard's flying, and he's very much the one to beat. There are some lurkers. Al Qasim of William Haggis is an interesting, beautifully bred debutant for the yard who's going well as well. The only worry I'd say with Al Qasim is Haggis fits a tongue tie for this debut, which is never a good sign. There must be a chance he's made a noise at home in his work. And perhaps Made For All of Carl Burke, again a yard, has had 3 winners in the past week. This one is a filly, so getting the allowances and the penalty off our selection, and showed promise in a couple of runs last season, including at Haydock over this course and distance in September on her debut win, finishing 3rd behind What A Bird on heavy ground. She could be the type to improve as a 3-year-old, and I respect her if the market is strong. But Arctic Vega, for me, expected to give the weight away all round for the man of the moment, Andrew Balding. Best of luck on Tuesday, betting experts.